Hey friends, happy Friday. It is 6:32 a.m. and I just pulled into my WW workshop for another week. So how was your week? I hope you guys had an excellent week. So let's talk a little bit about how things went for me. So my week was crazy. It was very stressful and unusual between my mom watching Diesel and having to pick her up and take her home 2 nights this week, figuring out what to do for dinner, not wanting to necessarily make dinner and film when she's there, just because that's kind of awkward. So it's been a stressful week. I did pack my lunches and breakfast, so that went well, but I did have a few struggles as far as eating goes at work, and then just dinners overall was just kind of a free-for-all because my mom was there 2 nights, actually almost 4 nights of the week by the time we picked her up, brought her to our house, and then she ate dinner with us the next day because she had to wait for my husband to come home in order to bring her all the way back home. And she lives about 25 minutes each way from us. So it is not an easy feat to pick her up and bring her home. So my food was not where it needed to be this week. I didn't go crazy where I felt like I binged and went overboard, but I definitely struggled in the food department. I wasn't tracking as well as I should be. So this next week, I do have some tracking goals that I'll share with you guys after the workshop. So I honestly don't know how this weigh-in is going to go. On top of that, I've been feeling a little bit sick the last couple of days. I'm having some stomach issues, and I don't know if it's something that I'm eating. I'm actually trying to pinpoint what food it may be that's causing my stomach to have that kind of rumbly, gurgly feeling. It's just, this week's been a struggle. It's been a struggle at work. It's been a struggle with Diesel and at home. It's been a struggle with my stomach and feeling well. It's just been a struggle. So I don't know what the scale is going to say when I hop on. I hope that I don't gain any weight. I would be happy maintaining my weight. But again, I don't know what the scale is going to show. So we shall see. But I will be back after my workshop to fill you in on both what we talked about and my weigh-in. So if you want to see how my week ended up scale-wise, stay tuned. Hey, I just got out of my WW workshop and just pulled into work. So I wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about what we discussed at the workshop. It was actually a really good workshop topic. It always happens that way, where the topic that's discussed is exactly what I needed. As I mentioned before I went in, that I have a plan for tracking. I want to develop a new habit for tracking. So it's funny that at the workshop today, the topic was creating healthy habits. So I find that super interesting because literally I've been thinking about a tracking habit. So anyways, perfect timing per the usual from Weight Watchers. So we talked about creating a healthy habit. So there are things that cue you in your life to do certain things. So it could be a smell, it could be a place, it could be something that's cueing you to do something, whether that's eat or go on a walk. So for example, the sun comes out. That cues you that you should get outside and do some exercise. So the first thing that we need to notice or pay attention when we're trying to build a healthy habit is what cues us. What cues us to have the behaviors that we have? So next is the behavior. So when you have a cue to do something, what is the behavior of that cue? So that behavior could be going on a walk. That behavior could be eating something. That behavior could be feeling a certain way. And then from there, that's where we would develop our habit, is knowing our cues, knowing our behaviors, and then knowing what's the effect or the result of that behavior. So WW gives you some simple ways that you can use to develop healthy habits. That even includes taking an unhealthy habit and turning it into a healthy habit. So the first thing that WW suggests that you do to develop a healthy habit, decide what behavior you're trying to obtain from that habit. So for example, let's say that you're trying to increase your exercise. So your habit that you're trying to create is to get up at 6 a.m. and attend a class, a yoga class, a Pilates class, or go to the gym every day at 6 a.m. So the first thing that you're going to do is think about what is the habit that you want to create and how are you going to get to that habit. From there, you want to identify the cue. What is going to remind you to do that healthy habit? So back to the gym at 6 a.m. You can set an alarm on your phone. You can set yourself a calendar reminder. You can have Alexa or Siri tell you that it's time to get up and go to the gym. And then the third piece of that is the reward. What is your reward for creating this healthy habit? So your reward is feeling better, losing more weight, being more toned up. Think about your reward. So learn your cue, establish your reminder or your behavior, and think about your reward. Those are the 3 ways that WW encourages you to create a healthy habit. And again, you can take an unhealthy habit like never going to the gym and easily creating a healthy habit by thinking about those 3 pieces and making the gym become a habit. Feeling the reward, having the reminders, and having the cue that reminds you to get up, go to the gym, and create your healthy habit. So let's talk a little bit more about habits. As I mentioned before I went into my workshop, I am really trying to create a better tracking habit, a better tracking system. So I find that I do well with tracking my breakfast, my lunch. I fall off at dinner. I either forget to track or I don't track honestly. And so I am trying to create a new goal, a new healthy habit, and that is to honestly track. So I'm going to start small. So to cue me to track is going to be when I'm eating. Clearly, when I'm eating, I need to track. I'm going to set myself a reminder in my phone. So at the time that I eat breakfast, which is normally about 7:30 every day, I eat lunch around noon, I eat dinner around 5:30. I'm going to set myself a calendar reminder and a phone reminder that tells me to track. And then from there, I'm going to reward myself with a blue dot. And I'm hoping that that reward also goes into my weigh-in next week. And I have a fantastic weigh-in. So my healthy habit that I'm going to create is to honestly track every single day. I want to see a blue dot on my app 6 days a week. Now, I'm not going to get a blue dot on Saturday because that's the day that I use my weeklies. So I'm not within my healthy eating range on Saturday. But my healthy habit that I'm going to start is getting a blue dot every other day of the week. And by honestly tracking, not only am I going to get a blue dot, but I should also see some results on the scale. So I know that tracking, I'm good at tracking those first couple meals, but I fall off. So by setting myself a reminder, I think that I'll be able to be more consistent in my tracking. And by being more consistent, I should see a pretty good loss on the scale next week. So that is this week's goal, is to start creating a healthy habit of honestly tracking. So let's get into this week's weigh-in. So like I mentioned before I went into my workshop, this week was a little bit of a struggle between diesel, picking my mom up, not feeling very well the latter part of the week, just having just a wonky schedule and not being able to be as consistent in preparing my meals. This week was a little bit of a struggle. So when I stepped on the scale, I gained 0.4. I am a-okay with that because I literally did not do very well this week on food, like I mentioned. So I feel that that's a very generous weigh-in. I feel like, honestly, I probably should have gained more. I'm going to take the 0.4. I am okay with that. I'm not okay with that. Let's be honest. I wish that I could lose. I'm not losing at the rate that I want to lose. And I think that that is partially why I thought more about tracking and wanting to create a better habit with my honest tracking. So I'm challenging all of you to honestly track this week. Those of you that are part of my Facebook group, if you aren't, I recommend that you join my Facebook group. We are almost at 1,000 people in my group. I'm going to put my Facebook group here on the screen. It is down in the description box. It is also at the end of every video. So join my Facebook group because I'm going to be setting a challenge for everybody to honestly track and get blue dots 6 out of 7 days this next week. And I think that I'll see a loss on the scale. I really want to hit my 25 pounds lost. And it's already going to be the middle of April next week. And I am not there. I am right now at a total loss of 21 pounds. So I'm still 4 pounds away from hitting my goal. And I have literally 2 weeks left. So again, I'm not hitting the goals that I want to hit. So I'm going to start to develop some better habits that should get me to those goals a little bit easier and a little bit faster. So join my Facebook group, join my Blue Dot Challenge for the week. I'm going to have some accountability. I'm going to be posting my tracker on my Facebook group. So if you need that accountability and that motivation to create a healthier habit, join me in my Blue Dot Challenge. So overall, my weigh-in was as expected. It was better than I expected, but not where I need to be. So I'm frustrated with myself that I'm not losing at the rate that I want to lose, but I know what I'm doing wrong. It's not the program, you guys. It's not freestyle. Freestyle works. Just like every other old Weight Watchers plan works, freestyle works as well. You just have to follow the plan and you have to honestly track. So that is why this week is a Blue Dot Challenge and an honest tracking week. And I hope that when I step on the scale, that all plays into getting me a little bit closer to that 25 pounds lost. So new day, new week, new set of points. I'm ready. I'm ready to take on this week full force. Join that Facebook group, join my challenge. Let me know down in the comments, how did your week go? Did you gain? Did you lose? What do you think about developing a healthy habit? Is it something that you feel that you're lacking in your life or in your weight loss journey? Because I'm definitely here to help you, and I would appreciate all of your guys' support in me reaching my goals as well. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, check out the description box. All of my discount codes are always in the description box. I get a lot of messages where people ask me for my discount codes. They are in the description box of every single video. My Instagram, my Facebook group, my email, my PO box. For those of you that send me happy mail, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. That is all down in the description box as well. So hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I upload a new video. Give this one a thumbs up and just comment below. I want to hear how your week went. I want to hear how you've maybe turned unhealthy habits to healthy habits and what your plans are for the upcoming week. And of course, at the end of the video, I'll include a clip of the recipe on the back of the weekly. It sounds so good. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.